Bro, I'm better than Tupac, bro. Please don't compare me to him. Please don't compare me to him. Please don't. Man, fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
DJ Mimo.
Bang. The motherfucking dust kicker. Who can you trust? Do you have the heart to see a nigga before you bust? My name is spoken on the tongues of so many foes. Busting motherfuckers out the box, I ain't even go. Now how the hell do you explain my claim to fame? From doing flicks to busting tricks out the fucking frame. Got these bitches on my jock, niggas on my block. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking clock. And busting niggas' asses to stay alive. Skinny ass player watching bigger motherfuckers fry. They ask me how I'm living. I'm a hustler, fucking busters till they die. Now it's on in the ghetto, you ain't heard. Niggas got they AKs heading for the birds. Aiming at them skinny ass bitches, let it rain. Giving them a wet welcome to the house of pain. Multiple gunshots, burning, turning rappers to victims. I kick them all day, kick them all day. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking. Multiple gunshots, burning, turning rappers to victims. I kick them all day, kick them all day. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking.
30 days later, I'm back on the streets. Got a batch of bomb beat shit, I'm trying to eat. Feet to the pavement, money, I'm craving it. What about the bitches, dawg? Are you saving them? Can a blind man see? Can a shark survive out of water for a week? A snitch is a snitch if he solemnly speak. I don't know near nutter, I'm a product of the beach. To each his own, hard as stone. A lot of y'all niggas bought as hard as phone. Dead wrong, trying to sneak to Mika the phone. Step back, nephew, I feel the heat of the chrome. G-Mon, Paw in the heat of my cone. Plate full of shit, nigga, I never eat it alone. Heat it alone, then I put the weed in the bone. Step back at the feet of my throne, motherfucker.
Multiple gunshots, burning, turning rappers to victims. I kick them all day, kick them all day. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking. Multiple gunshots, burning, turning rappers to victims. I kick them all day, kick them all day. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking. Jealous ass suckers got them ducking for my smoking clock.
Cats playing games, so I'm going raw. Run up in that fucking building, kick down the door. Y'all don't want no fucking problems with X. Y'all wanna see them four-legged beasts with them collars on their...
Yeah, welcome race fans to another exciting evening here with the FEG PC money races here. Tonight we will be here at Daytona with the trucks. But these guys are looking forward to getting out there, showing us what they have, and have a good time, put on a great show for the fans out there. So, but tonight from CRN will be myself and Jimmy Covert, and in the booth as a co-commentator will be John Novinger. How are you doing tonight there, John?
Oh, doing all right. A little bit of a crazy week at work, so it'll be interesting to watch all these trucks head for Daytona.
Yeah, and right now they're just out there getting some qualifying in. They got 5 minutes to do so to set up a lineup here, and as we get a few bodies out there to see where they're going to place. And if the show is anything like last week, John, I mean, these guys had a little bit of rough start, and but after they got going, there was some pretty good racing towards the end. As you know, everybody's trying to finish the best they can because this is for a little bit of cashola.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think it's 150 on taps for the winner tonight.
Tonight on tap is 150 for first, 125 for second and third, 100 for fourth, and 75 for fifth. And now that's all based on a certain amount of drivers. We have to, obviously they have to hit a certain amount of people to join for the entry fee, or that's going to change a little bit. But Jeff does a really good job getting the people together. Right now we have 18 drivers with times in, not too far apart, as the drafting here is obviously very good, and that I mean, it's a plate track, John. So you get out here. Some people like to start up front, and some people like to start in the back. Where do you prefer to start when these races? When you join one of these races.
I mean, plate tracks, I know it's one of those things where being out front, being mean, that first car on that low line is, it's kind of hard to go wrong with that because unless somebody else turns you, it's hard to mess up from there. But at the same time, if you're good at the draft and getting a good run, sitting in the very back, just staying within range is not a bad play either. But definitely avoid the middle of the pack. That's never the safe place to be.
Well, these guys are getting ready to take the field as Kevin Fries takes the pole here tonight over Alex Hill on the number 77. And you have Matt Lee, Dawson Weiss, Matthew Baker, Nash Brambill, John Ward, Chad Ross, Kenneth McCullough, David Sheets, Ambrose Neville, Mark Kalin. See if I get to shift the grid here a little bit. And then we have Bobby Forbes, Matthew Massey, Brian Keyser, Devin Ray, Jay Tyler Cox, Sean Corbet, Sean Greco, Jason Maines, Andrew Navarro, Daniel Urbanhart, Dylan Jones, Daryl Young, Shane Greco, Jason Maines, and excuse me, I didn't go far enough. So we are down to Dylan Jones. So you got Dean Grob, Austin Green. Don't know why I'm on there. I thought I joined as watch, but then you have Joey Allen and Mark Bondell. So we have 28 drivers here tonight for a run at the win here at Daytona.
Yeah, that's 30 or 20. That's 28 trucks on tap, so that's definitely a full field, more than you'll generally see in the officials.
Yeah, I mean, as long as these drivers take their time and they get around here, these trucks can run 3 wide, but the experience last week that Jeff put out was no 3 wide for the first 2 laps, and that goes along with restarts.
Oh, well, that's definitely a different take on things, but I can see where that could really help out.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta try to get the you don't want to start races under caution. So we know that cautions breed cautions. We know at plate tracks that the slightest mistake can turn into a big mess here on the track. So, but these guys are taking the track right now. And there will be led by Kevin Fries as he is out first there in at number 25.
And going through all these trucks here, any favorite paint jobs already seeing?
As the night goes on, one might catch the eye, but right now, everybody does usually a pretty good job with their paints. Whether it's a sponsor they have, or a Twitch channel that they broadcast, or YouTube channel, a setup shop, or a favorite team of some sort, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, many different paint schemes out here, and I will be surely gladly go through the field here as the race goes on to make sure we get those. But we're getting ready to start here. I'll pull up the tower here and bring up the track map so you can see where their position is on the chart. Right now they are heading into turn 3, getting ready to get the start of this race under ready to start the race here tonight. Now, the one thing about Daytona, John, is unlike Talladega, the start finish line is a little bit closer. This one is it's up in the tri-oval.
Yeah, I've never gotten why they moved the, I know they said it was for more exciting racing, but I always figured it was just, a little gimmick for moving that start-finish line when they did it at Talladega.
It definitely gives the drivers the opportunity to get a great run, and, for a exciting finish at Talladega. But we're under green here at Daytona. Number 25 of Kevin Fries is out to lead this thing. These guys are going to stay 2x2. The 04 of that would be Matt Lee. So he's actually the number 21 car on the tower in that 04 truck there, running for the Road to Pro there, as he's going to take the outside of Kevin. But these guys are working down the back straight. Everybody's just staying 2x2, not breaking Jeff's rules. Nobody wants to get disqualified when you're running for a little bit of money.
No, it doesn't help the bank account when breaking the rules for something silly.
Yeah, no reason to be moved to the end of the line as these guys are about ready to complete their first lap here, and Matt Lee will take the first lap lead over Kevin as he is down at that bottom, but Kevin's going to protect that bottom as we have 45 laps here, and we are now on our second lap here. These guys are doing an excellent job drafting each other up front, staying 2x2 pretty much all the way back.
Yeah, because we've got these are the Craftsman trucks or the Gander trucks? Yeah, these are the Craftsman ones.
Yes, sir. Let's see, some familiar faces from last weekend to this weekend. Kenneth McCullough, it looks like he's missing some of his brothers out there. There's like 3 or 4 of them out there last week, but Jason Maines was our winner last weekend, and I know they cannot keep a total. He's been working his way up to the that number 1 position, who's earned the most from these money races. So, but Jason ran a outstanding race, especially the last race on Saturday night, coming from about 7th place to win it, as there was a little bit of a wreck fest at the beginning. So he managed to work his way through, and a little bit of luck there. But luck happens, to be a good thing to have, especially at these plate races, as they're 3 wide here with the 03. Who is that? Still getting used to who comes out here for these things, but they are 3 wide, about 3 rows back now, and they're starting to get around here. But as you can see, John, long as they keep control of the trucks, pay attention to where they're at, and they had no problem going around here 3 wide at all.
No, the trucks are quite stable, especially the Craftsman ones. The Ganders weren't quite as stable, but they're just out for a Sunday stroll. Yeah.
Somebody's going to come down to the inside, down to below the yellow line to fall out of line to avoid a yellow flag as we continue on lap 4. But now they are 3 wide for the first 3 rows.
Just running there nice and close there. Talladega, the 3 wide seems like there's so much more room than at Daytona.
Well, the guys that are here, I don't know much about some of these people. I've heard when I was with Dylan, he runs against, Dylan runs a lot more ovals than I do, and some of the drivers right here are running for the Road to Pro series, and they, I don't know, like I said, I don't know people very well, and so just kind of looking at iRating, obviously a lot of them over 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 in that era. You got Navarro out there, he's closing in on 8,000. And what that tells me from those people is they've been around iRacing for a long time. They've put in the time to run around a lot of these tracks, and and they have the skill, kind of what it takes to be out there and to be able to run side by side. So it's good to see that these drivers right now, 5 laps in, and doing an excellent job here as we continue here at Daytona.
It's one of those things, like if you started trying to call out every single pass here, you'd be out of breath in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, give a shout out to Baker's mom out there, rooting on Matthew Baker, who is currently in position number 3. I'll go ahead and zoom in on Matthew there and just kind of give his mom a little bit of what her driver is doing. Matthew Baker, and at number 26. A 5 on the truck, though, as he takes the lead on that outside.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's a few of these trucks that run in custom numbers for other leagues, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and I think I have custom stamp numbers off, so they will show. And I just kind of got to fight through the numbers, and these are just one-off races for these guys, so there's no sense of changing their paints as they run out here. But doing a great job as they go 3 wide. Matthew Baker's kind of stuck in the middle there between the 04, the 03, the 25 down below of Kevin Fries, and then the 1. It was, I believe, that is Jason Maines. Yes, Jason Maines. I remember that. That's one truck that I kind of remember because he won last weekend. So, yeah, but he, again, up front, looking to win another one here as we are on lap 8 of 45. Oh yeah, if anybody's out here, yeah, we love broadcasting. I love to race as well, and anytime that I can get the opportunity to be able to share with family members to show what their drivers do for a hobby out here. You know, sometimes it's stressful, as you can see these guys being 3 wide and in real close comfort. Oh, as you can see, the 5 getting into the 04 there just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and we'll kind of go towards the back of the field a little bit because everybody back here is important too. But you know, a lot of these drivers are up kind of towards up the front, you know, not too separated. We'll go ahead and move to the back just a little bit, kind of show you kind of what it looks like. We'll go ahead and hop on board here one of their trucks and just kind of give you a bird's eye view of how things are going inside. I like the gyro cameras. You can kind of get an idea of the pitch and roll that these trucks go through here. We're on board now with Mark Keelan as we head down the backstretch. As the whole field is in front of him. He's definitely not like out of the race here, as like being in the back is not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of like a catbird seat, you know, plenty of laps remaining. You can go to the front, to the, you know, back to the front in a matter of a couple laps here if you do it correctly. But, you know, kind of sitting in the back, a lot of people like to chill and just kind of let things happen. As you can see, some of the trucks in front of him just kind of sweeping all over the place. Somebody goes down to the inside, as it looks like, oh, that was Ambrose there. See, looked like he got a little bit loose. You see he went down below the apron and tried to move up a little bit. You can see that 04 of Ambrose shoot down to the inside, but he's able to keep control.
Ooh. Yeah.
And not lose it. So, but I believe I'm getting I got an alert that he entered pit lane, and if that's the case, you know, very likely that he might have gotten a black flag from that.
Yeah, it definitely was a brown pants moment for him.
Yeah, so brown pants moments, you know, coming up here as the front about 12 are still running side by side, as we are now in the 11th lap of 45 here at Daytona.
Yeah. It looks like Navarro's made his way up, their biggest gainer so far, up 16 spots. Making it 17 now.
Yeah, Andrew Navarro, one of the drivers that I was talking to Dylan last week, you know, looking to go to, you know, the Road to Pro Series, and he does very well coming up through the field. You know, very clean driver, very fast. So, you know, but one thing about money races, John, you know, anybody has the opportunity to win here, you know, and right now these guys are doing a great job of keeping it clean. Getting around here as fast as they can. They're, you know, I think they're playing, you know, obviously they're playing chess with each other. You know, they're trying to drive the trucks to a position where they know that, you know, they can give them the best opportunity to win. So is it the high line? Is it working with the guy behind you? Is it the low line? Is it the middle line? Can you hang out there, you know, on the outside? You know, so you got the first few top 8 positions, you know, they're going to, you know, at least get your money back from what you put into this race here. And that's where everybody kind of wants to at least get to as this race carries on. So nobody is out of this race yet. Everybody doing a fantastic job, as the whole field is only separated by 2 seconds from 1st to 27th. The only person that's a little bit behind is Ambrose, as he got kind of shut down early there. As you see, if you look on the track map, he's the 04 that's there on the back of the entering into turn 3. So this pack here of the leaders will eventually catch Ambrose. So I know for a fact that guy there is looking for a caution to happen.
Yeah. Showing Maines in the lead now, up 19 spots. So yeah.
Yeah, Jason Maines riding on the high from last week with a little bit of luck. Getting some lap lead here at Daytona. Oh, a little bit loose there. It takes a lot of control to not overcorrect your car and get into somebody else, this close together. These guys are running around here, I believe, I'll bring up the dashboard, about 185 miles an hour. So you can see the speeds here in the trucks are still quick, even though they are trucks and not cars.
Yeah, the old don't push the pusher rule is being played a little fast and loose with here and there.
Yeah, that's one thing that the third truck back, they're hoping that the guy in front of them is pushing the guy that's out in front to get as much speed as possible. And when you tuck your truck up underneath another one and you try to push them forward, you take the air off your car or truck, and it can overheat. So every now and then you'll see, the what they call the pusher truck, the guy behind the leading truck, kind of step out or just kind of lay off just a little bit, get a little breathing room and let their vehicle cool down a little bit. But you can see how close they are, as it almost looks like a case of push to pusher as they get around here. But the 98 of Dawson Wise looking to keep that control of that inside and keep Andrew Navarro behind him in that 42.
There. Oh, looks like we got a few ducking into pit lane here.
Yeah, so we're gonna look to the pits early as we have a lot of trucks kind of heading down there to see what's going on. Let's see if I can grab one of these guys here. Pit lane, John Ward. There we go. Yeah, so these guys are coming down in the pit lane and pulling into the pit stops. It looks like somebody might have missed their pits as they went by the pace car there. That or they were the first one in. But I'll ride along board here with John Ward and a few of the others as they just elected to take the early pit stop.
It looks like Ward may have taken left tires. Didn't think that was a thing, but I mean, then again, it's super speedway. Maybe just didn't get those clicked off in time.
And here comes the rest of the field as they come down like a swarm. And I don't know if I've seen any cleaner entrance from a group of random people in any race that I've ever been in. That was mighty impressive.
Yeah, we've got what here? 20 trucks in. Oh, looks like the 48 there. Allen machine missed his pit box and had to back up.
And here comes the 92 of John Ward looking to come around and catch up and see how they played out with their pit stop as they are getting by a lot of traffic that is coming out of the pits now. So either John Ward and company had a great pit stop, or the people that are leaving had a not so great pit stop. But John Ward moving his way up to the field with an outstanding pit stop.
That's the
John Ward in at about the 11th position right now.
Looks like Nash managed to stretch it one extra lap on everybody there.
Yeah, and like it's when you do these events, it's you have to either come in with everybody, or you have to have a friend out there that is going to come with you.
Looks like he's got a partner in Ambrose there.
So Ambrose being the one truck, to go one lap down. So, being a lap down is not essentially a killer here yet, as we are on lap 18 of 45. So closing in on the halfway mark. Again, I want to thank FEG PC for putting on this event, Jeff Scott and company. And these guys are doing a great job of putting on a great show tonight, as I think they're a little bit disappointed in the last week's showing.
Well, we're 18 laps in now, no caution, green flag stop. I can't tell you the last time I saw a green flag stop and an official not result in a caution due to pit lane shenanigans.
That's why I was
impressive.
Yeah, so I was quite impressed there. We had about 16, 17 drivers come in all at once, and it was almost orchestrated. You had somebody coming in low, somebody coming in high, and somebody in the middle, and nobody getting to each other. wanting to kind of stick together, but right now it looks like we have the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, like, yeah, top 13 or so, I think.
Then you got 14 through. Where is that going to
Trying to find my mouse, it's kind of lost on me here. The problem when you have 4 screens. Yeah, so
I used to seeing this mini in one race, and it's like, okay, there we go.
Yeah, so
14th through 22nd in another pack.
Yep. So top 13 broke away with a great pit stop there. So now these trucks back here, you know, they're gonna want to get antsy. They have 25 laps to catch up, but you know, as much as you want to try to go around the guy in front of you, you really need to stick together as a team. So I'll go ahead, as these guys here are starting to battle for position, back in that 14th position. I'm going to go back up to the lead pack here, and also they are 2 by 2. So, you know, this is what the second pack wants, John. They want the first pack to battle. If they were to fall on the line, it'd probably pull away and be no way to catch them. But these guys here are, you know, they do have 13 trucks out here. And then right now, these guys are sitting pretty to be in the running for the end result here tonight.
I mean, in theory, I've heard that if you run 2 wide with the side draft going all the way around, that, you know, a 2-lane pack can outrun a 1-lane pack. But I've never seen it actually pulled off without a wreck.
Yeah, it's I think it's a very tricky task as you know, these guys get around here. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch to some different types of cameras here. We'll go ahead and pull up in here next to Barney as they go pack. The lead pack goes by them. You can see the second pack fighting side by side, about a quarter length away. They're now down into turn 1 here. This is one of my favorite cameras right here, the digger. I'm gonna wait for this other pack to come here. Come through turns 1 and 2 side by side. And the other pack is already working their way down the backstretch. This here is the second pack side by side, doing what they can to catch up.
It looks like they're slowly dropping back, though. It looks like that first pack, even though they're 2, maybe they're pulling that off.
We'll go ahead and click on Dash, who is up there leading the group, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do a lap history and kind of show what they're doing for up in front of them. So Nash is in the middle there. Yeah. Oh, yep, I think so. We go live here and go to Matt. Yep, so we do.
Seeing anything on SDK?
Trying to find out what happened
looks like
here.
The 68 car is stationary. Tyler Cox.
I'll go here. I think I might have found what happened here. Oh, right there. Not necessarily Cox, but this is what happened, folks. Back in the second pack, the leaders of the second pack, the 23 and the 04, get together, causing a little calamity here as they try to avoid each other. So some trucks catch in a little bit of misfortune here as we are on lap 24 of 45, so our first yellow of the race. So that will allow the pack to all group up back to one. No more multiple groups out there, so not too bad. 24 laps under green. We're able to pull off a green flag pit stop, and now we're here on lap 24 under caution, looking to probably some guys go in and get some damage fixed, maybe take new tires if you're in the back of the pack. A lot of different strategies that can be happening here, John.
Let's see here. Yeah.
I give a shout out to Duck Duck Goose as I see him join, also playing, saying hello to Baker's mom. So it looks like a lot of drivers are looking to come down into the down here, and that's what they're going to do. So I believe they might have to top. I think they're going to top off, John.
Yeah, because if we're... Let me pull up and see what our pit strategy was here. So
Yeah.
16, 17 laps, looks like was the most somebody took. So
this here would, you know, it's very possible. Maybe they might have to pick one more time. So
if they get
I
one
think it's
more
gonna be close.
caution, they probably can get away with it. If not, maybe if you ride to the back and kill the motor occasionally, you might pull something. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to ask Kevin Foster.
Kevin Foster's out there. Kevin, I need your math calculator and your drafting expertise. Can they make it the rest of the way? If Kevin answers in chat. Kevin is he's been out there. He's one of those guys that really puts a clinic on when it comes to saving fuel, and I don't think there's many drivers on iRacing that can do it as good. I just thoroughly impressed on what that guy can do when it comes to a race car and saving fuel.
Let's see, looks like Navarro is doing the Kevin. I'm going to run as low as humanly possible and shorten the track up.
Hey, you know, every ounce
Oh, wait,
counts.
no, looks like he's letting somebody by. Or is he coming into... No, he's coming out of the pits right now. That's...
Plenty of time here. Still have 20 laps. We're on lap 25 of 45. Matt Lee is out front over Alex Hill. Jason Maines is in third. Kevin Fries in fourth. Daniel Urbanhart is in fifth. And Matthew Baker's in sixth. Austin Green seventh. Dawson Wise in eighth. Dylan Jones is in ninth. Sean Corbet is in 10th. John Ward's back in 11th. Mark Keelan's in 12th. Brian Kiesler's in 13th. David Sheets in 14th. Dean Grob's back there in 14th or 15th. They just swapped around on me. Chad Ross is in 16th. Daryl Young 17th. Shane Greco in 18th. Joey Allen 19th. Matthew Massey, Joey Allen, and Mark Vandell round out your top 22. Kenneth McCullough, Nash Brambro, Devin Ray, Bobby Forbes, and Ambrose Neville all to round out your field here so far. But a few more drivers coming in to either top off that fuel or get some repairs done. So plenty of time, especially coming from, like I was talking earlier, John, you know, these guys can go from the back to the front. There's still plenty of race left. You know, we just went over the halfway mark. Oh, what happened there to the 25? Because he was back there in the grass.
I think I'm hearing the team, his wheel may have locked up on him.
And there's the 68 coming down. He was on pit lane.
Definitely looking through the field, seeing some guys killing the motors.
Yeah, the 68 just got done taking service and some technical or mechanical issues. It just kind of spun the truck. That's one way to exit pit entry. But not wrecking anybody, so hopefully his equipment is okay and he's ready to continue, as we are now on lap 26 of 45. So we have 20 laps remaining. It looks like the lights are out on the pace car and they will be going green here shortly.
Huh. Yeah, just remarked to that. I've done a few interesting things, but I don't think I've managed that one.
It's always interesting seeing a unique either entry or exit, as I've seen some very unique ones here. But on the green pedal, the green pedal, Alex Hill and Matt Lee leading the field here on lap 27. I'm not quite sure when the cutoff is for going 3 wide, but if the rule is still in play, they will have to maintain 2 wide for at least 2 laps.
So that would make the start of 29.
Yes. Yes. Matthew Baker looking to finish well here tonight here in that 5 as he's on the outside and currently in 6th position. Matt Lee and Alex Hill fighting for the lead, in the front there. And John, last week I talked to Dylan a little bit about being up front towards the end. Is being the leader where you want to be at this point of the race?
Me personally, no. I would like to be on that outside lane about 2-3 trucks back. So just about where Baker is would be a good little spot.
Yeah, I have a tendency if in need of fuel or almost in the need of fuel, kind of maintaining my vehicle down to the inside line. I know a lot of times you might fall back a little bit farther. You don't have as much room to kind of work with to kind of push your way forward, as the outside line will really keep you hugged down there to the inside. But it's just a place I like to be, just until I know it's good to go and I can pretty much go wherever I want to without having to worry to cut off somebody's nose to get into the pits. But let's say hi out there to Aubrey Thompson for joining the chat out there and giving us a watch here. As whoever your favorite driver is, hopefully they're doing great here tonight, as we've only had one caution so far. We are on lap 29 of 45. Alex Hill, Matt Lee leading this pack of 28 cars around Daytona here tonight. And again, just wanted to remind you, special shout out to FEG PC for putting on this event here tonight at Daytona.
I'm just realizing I've been muting myself, apparently. No, we see we got Barry Kistler in the chat thinking Foster was running tonight.
Yeah, Barry is I had to say, like, the top fan of CRN. And if you want to be a fan, there he is. A fan, please like, share, follow us here at CRN. We're going to continue to give a live broadcast of all the events as long as Jeff will have us on board, as they tend to have these events on Friday nights and Saturday. We will be in the booth again tomorrow night for a doubleheader. But John will not be here with me, but I'll have Dylan McDonald, the gentleman that was with me last weekend, calling the race at Daytona for a doubleheader. So stay tuned to tune into those races. But yeah, a little 3 wide action happening back here with the number 12 of Daryl Young, looking to get his truck to that outside. Right now they have 14 laps. Is it go time?
A little while. If you're 10th and back, yeah, you're gonna have to find a.
We got a little bit going on in the back as they weaving around back and forth.
Yep, looks like the 27 into trouble there.
Yep, so a little bit of bad luck there for the 27 of Brian Kieser, as they ended up in a crash here. We'll see if we can catch exactly what happened with Brian here. It was, just gets caught by the 12 in the right rear. I don't know whether he drifted up or whatever, but you can see those guys being nose to nose coming down the front stretch. 27 doing an outstanding job of holding the brakes, not ruining anybody else's race. So great driving there by Brian Kieser. Unfortunate that he was in that event, but I'm going to go ahead and rewind that just a little bit to give you guys a better look on what happened there. In a little
right before that, you got Joey Allen in the 23 Lucky Strike truck get up into the wall.
Yeah, the 23. Yeah, he was in the back. So right here's in the front. This is after the fact in the back, but yeah, looks like this the 27 came up into the 12. But I'm going to go ahead and rewind this back just a little. Oops. Rewind this just a little bit. SDK is not always the friendliest when it comes to trying to find these guys here. You said the 20. No, that's not the 23. The Lucky Strike. Who was that? Nope, not Tyler. Nope. Matthew Massey? Yeah, Matthew. Nope. I think it's Chad Ross. No, it's not Chad Ross.
That's why we need to update the driver
There he is.
details so we can get the truck image.
Joey Allen. Joey Allen, Lucky
Yeah.
Strike.
20. No, not the 23. 23 on the truck. But
23 on the truck, 28 on the track. So Joey Allen getting in a little bit of trouble back there in a Lucky Strike, bringing out the caution. Everybody's going to come down into pit lane and go ahead, top off, maybe get some new tires. Since they're in there, maybe not. Oh, the 23 of Nash missed his pit stall by at least one stall, had to back up there, so it's going to lose a little bit of time, but not too critical again here at being at a plate track, as it's not too hard to go front and back. But the guy out front right now, it looks like Andrew Navarro, and Ambrose is the teammate. Aubrey Thompson is Ambrose's teammate, and they are out of town for a dance competition. Hey, get your dance on, man. I have 2 left feet, so you won't find me dancing anywhere.
Yeah, sounds like, looking in here. Yep, Andrew is definitely killing the motor, trying to save every little bit there.
Yeah, well, the track position is, key, and, the lighter your truck is, the faster you can go as well. So, it's not a bad thing, but they're obviously trying to save fuel to make sure they have, fuel in the tank. But who's smarter? The guy is saving fuel now, or the guy that topped off? As I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is up to 10 green-white checkers for this event. To get a clean finish here, and we're getting down to that wire now. We're on lap 33 of 45. Andrew Navarro out front over Kevin Fries, Matt Lee, Alex Hill, Austin Green, Jason Maines, Daniel Eberhardt, and Matthew Baker, Dawson Wise, and Mark Kalin are your top 10. And there's Sean Corbet, Dean Grob, Kenneth McCullough, John Ward, Daryl Young, Chad Ross, Nash Brambilla, Jay Tyler, Cox, Shane Greco, David Sheets for your top 20. Then you have Dylan Jones, Joey Allen, Mark Bondell, Matthew Massey, Devin Ray, Bobby Forbes, Brian Keyser, and Ambrose Neville for your 28 car field. So only three trucks out, pretty much out of the race at the moment, as there are 2 laps or more behind. But anybody, within that top 25 can still win this race, John.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're on the lead lap, you got a chance, and even if you're not, 1 or 2 cautions, and you can be right back in it. Yeah,
so caution, or the yellow lights are out on the pace car, and these drivers are doing everything possible to save that little bit of fuel, staying down there, down in the apron, taking the shortest line possible. Anything they can do to give them enough fuel to reach the end here, as they're gambling with the dice here, hoping that another caution doesn't come out. So hopefully this is just kind of just to ensure they got enough fuel for the finish. But I'm hoping for a green flag finish, as we've had a great race so far, especially for the first half. And it's always good to have a bunch of random drivers just put on a great race and just see their talent, that what they can do here in a plate race, because anybody can win a plate race, but it does take some talent and like what your truck does when it gets in a certain position, or when where they're at compared to somebody else, and what they do will affect another line. So, but again, like the pace car lights are out, and we'll be ducking down here, down into pit lane, and Andrew Navarro and Kevin Fries
suspending the 3 wide rule, so we might see him go 3 wide almost immediately.
Yeah, there's a point where basically they'll suspend the 3 wide rule, depending on how far they're in the race. Obviously, if we're going to a green white checker, they're not going to keep them 2 wide. He's going to allow them to go through 3 wide. So right now you see them pushing that outside. They're trying to get a great run. So it looks like the 3 line rule is no longer in effect, as they are, well, there's really not 3 wide back there. They're just really close.
Just Someone else was saying that it's, one lap and then you can go.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, they might hold it up to one lap. Somebody had a run.
There we go. Looks like the L4 of. That's Mainz, isn't it?
No, Mainz is down on the bottom. He's the one. Yeah. Let me go back to the car. Even the car numbers are wrong. Mainz is actually 20 in the one truck. One on the screen, 20 on the board.
Is it Matt Lee then that was up there?
Yeah, Matt Lee back in 9th position right now.
Yeah. But I know it was one of the Road to Pro guys. I can see that. Yep. Tucking up. Here we go 3 wide again.
The guys are trying to get that outside line going, and you look in your mirror and you see somebody kind of go out, and that's what the 77 does. He sees somebody pull out to the top side, and he cuts in front of him trying to get ahead of this pack. Now Jason Mainz is going to move to the center and try to pull that 25 along and kind of control the field. It's not a bad move as he abandoned the bottom line.
Yeah, definitely looks like that cost him a little bit down there. Ooh, a little bit of motion there. Everybody keeping it straight though.
Guys are so close.
If you're the one behind the wheel, it's white knuckle time. There we go. Chopper cam, I think it's going to be the right one for me trying to keep track.
Yeah, they're all over the place. 3 wide, looking to go 4 wide, going into 3. Still 3 wide through 3 and 4 as they exit 3 and 4 through 4, heading down the start finish line.
Right there at the end of the straightaway, that outside lane just gets such a good run.
Yeah, real good run coming out of 4, coming down the tri-oval. And a lot of times it's just what you need to basically get a win. But we're 3 wide here, and the bottom line is out front. So Jason Mainz needs to control the field from the bottom. And, he was able to get lucky last week as right now we still have, we're on lap. Oh. Wow.
A lot of, there we go. That's the carnage.
A big carnage there as we have a wreck on lap 39 of 45. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of go back to the field and kind of catch what happened here, as I believe it was, I think it was the 58. What is that?
Yeah, definitely a little bit of net code going through in the crash.
It was just a black car. It was Sean? I don't know if that was Sean. No, it wasn't Sean. I think it was this one right here. Trying to catch to see what happened here. Look at the blimp view here. It looks like the 38. Need this. Yep, 38 kind of got loose, come down. Across the 5. Definitely through some vehicles there. Got a few people, as it looked like a few trucks just drove through. A truck spinning around. So anyways, a caution here late in the game. Will this change some people's mind that decided to stay out? Right now we are going to go back to live here. Empty this. Back live. Live. And Jason Maines is still out front, so a lot of things going on here right now. We are on lap of 41 of 45, and I believe, John, when we're done here, we'll be in our first official green-white checker flag.
Let's see, they're gonna do. I think it'll be 43. It might be one shy. That depends on when the base truck comes in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of cheat, see what lap anybody was in. So Andrew Navarro was in on lap 25, so he's gonna really be pushing that truck, staying out there.
He's been cutting that engine and coasting for a good bit, so he may. Yeah, you can save a lot when you coast all the way around.
Yeah, and he has to do just that, you know, because he is the one that's been out there the longest. He's currently sitting in P number 3, which is a good spot to be coming down to the end of a race here. But everybody else around him was in on lap 32, and then back from 19th to the back of the rest of the field, all the way back to 25th. Have been out here, or just went in the pits there at lap 40. So then those drivers have a lot of gas in their vehicle, plenty to go the rest of the way here. As we are only scheduled for 45 laps. Right now we're working on lap 41, so we have 5 laps remaining here at Daytona.
So that'll be 4.
Okay, so from Aubrey, he said that, or she, it could be they, I'll just say they, because I don't know. They said that the 3 wide rule is out, so that's why that's the rule that Jeff has in play. So under 10 to go, they do not have to do the 2 wide mandatory for 2 laps.
Okay. Yeah, there was so much chatter on the race thing, I couldn't quite pick up exactly what they were saying. So that's good.
Yeah, it's good to hear. I think last weekend I was on the driver's channel to kind of hear what people were doing, to kind of fill in the people that were the viewers and whatnot, to kind of give them an idea what was going on. But right now, 42 laps of 45 completed here at Daytona. Jason Maines is in the lead, so not a bad place to be, as he won last. Yeah,
just shortening the track.
Running winning last weekend, looking to further his earnings here again this weekend with a great, fantastic run here at Daytona. Then you have Alex Hill, Andrew Navarro, Kevin Fries, Daniel Earnhardt, Austin Green, Sean Corbet, Matthew Baker, John Ward, and Nash Brambilla is for your top 10. So don't count any of those drivers out. Heck, don't even count the guy all the way back in 25th out, as last weekend I seen somebody win from like 10th position coming out of the last turn. So anything can happen at a plate race, and if you don't think it will, it will.
So it looks like the lights are off on the pace car, so yeah, this won't be a green-white checker. Be a little short.
So we have we'll have 3 laps remaining once we cross the green line. So 1 short to a green-white checker, or actually 2 short. But in any case, we should see a lot of close fight, and I don't know if we've seen our last caution here tonight.
The question is it before or after the white?
Well, we need to make the white flag, so working on lap 43 here. Jason Maines takes the lead over Alex Hill. Jason Maines down at the inside, heading into 3 with Andrew Navarro on his bumper, pushing him. Yeah, first 5 cars getting a small breakaway in front of that 87, but it's great to get a little jump like that, John, but we need those trucks behind them to keep it clean for this, to matter. But right now, the top 5 looking to run away here every so slightly. But behind him in 6th and 7th, Austin Green and Matthew Baker not wanting that top 5 to go anywhere as they grab on the tail of the 90, having him drag around.
It's a heck of a run there.
Outside getting a great run. Ooh, shoved by the 1 into 42 as he got an awesome run there on the inside.
Yeah, that I think that's a slam draft. Is that the technical term?
Enough to give a one heck of a run as the 42 of Andrew Navarro takes the lead over 77 Alex Hill on the outside.
This top 6 are just pushing each other back and forth. See who's got the help and who's going to wind up
looking to take the white flag this time around. White flag, it is official. Andrew Navarro in the lead over Alex Hill, Jason Maines, Kevin Fries, Daniel Ebert for your top 5, Matthew Baker, Matt Lee, Sean Corbet, Dylan Jones, and Nash Brambilla for your top 10.
Here we go. Yeah, Maines is going to want to push him right in for there. Okay.
Look at that outside run. The 77 giving Andrew Navarro a shot to kind of keep him going to slow up that outside line. The 5. Can Andrew Navarro hold off the pack?
Going down low.
Oh, and then Jason Maines goes sideways.
Who got it? Was that Hill?
Alex Hill takes the win over Andrew Navarro, Matthew Baker, Matt Lee, Kevin Fries, John Ward, Austin Green, Nash Bramble. Jason Maines will finish 9th here tonight after winning last week. Daniel Earhart is in 10th. Dylan Jones in 11th. Sean Corbet in 12th. David Sheets in 13th. Joey Allen, Dawson Wise, J. Tyler Cox, Kenneth McCullough, Devin Ray, Mark Kalin, Chad Ross, Dean Grob, Daryl Young, Mark Vondell, Matthew Massey, Shane Greco, Bobby Forbes, Brian Kieser, and Ambrose Neville for your 28 car field here tonight at Daytona. So congratulations to Alex Hill. We'll give him a minute to hop in the booth if he wants to get an interview here, and if he's got some words to share to the population out there, or is it just the fans, along with the other two drivers that's finished on the podium here tonight. That would be Andrew Navarro and Matthew Baker. Oh, I have way too many discords. We'll give those gentlemen a few moments to hop in the booth for interviews if they would like. And we'll go ahead and I will show you the overall all our race results. But again, like I said, the winner here tonight, Alex Hill, Andrew Navarro, Matthew Baker for your top 3. Then you have Matt Lee, Kevin Fries, John Ward, Austin Green, Nash Brambilla, Jason Maines, and Daniel Ebenhart for your top 10. It looks like we have Matthew Baker in the waiting room. I'm gonna go ahead and pull him in here. Actually, I don't have room to put him in here. John, let's go down to the interview room.
All right.
We were lined up top.
And I couldn't quite drag you guys up to the broadcast channel, so I decided to come down and talk with you both down here. So Matthew Baker, you finished 3rd here tonight. A fantastic start. You started in 5th, finished in 3rd. So great race overall. You guys even had some green flag pit stops, and I was thoroughly impressed especially on the second wave of everybody kind of coming in and kind of staying off of each other. But kind of give us a little rundown on how your race was tonight.
Oh, it was good. Worked well with the teammates there, with Lee and Hill, Dawson, staying up front and then executing on the pit stops. You know, it's usually the usual suspects that you see up front, Jason and Kevin and John Ward. Austin Green, another broadcaster that broadcasts with me, and he's a really good racer as well. So we all executed all the top 13 executed well. I wish it would have went all the way green, but once caution happens, it just doesn't stop coming. And I'm glad we were able to have a 3-wide finish at the line there. That was pretty awesome. Looks like out of 4 before Jason got a little squirrely and then Everhart got into him. But, that's just hard racing coming to the line, but glad we get a P3 out of it.
Yeah, it was definitely an awesome finish. Great run throughout most, like you said. And, as a fellow broadcaster, it seems like as a caution happens, this cautions breed cautions. And it just seems what happened. Everybody kind of gets a little antsy and holding their own. But you all did a great job. And I just from CRN, wanted to say congratulations and give you a little time to give any shouts that you may have.
Yeah, just first and foremost, thankful for my teammate Sean. Congrats on him on the win. Lee for giving me a great push on the outside there and making me hold a great wheel. He was on me that whole last lap. Thanks to Coasting Thunder, MBG Motorsports, Baker & Son Construction, Simrat Market, and just thanks to Jeff for putting it on. Malahan up there doing the race control for the first time. Did a really good job. Called a fair race. And thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Anytime, Matt, we'll go ahead and let you celebrate with your friends and family as you had a great top 3 finish. No Andrew Navarro's in the booth at the moment, but we do have Alex Hill, the driver of the number 77, who walks away tonight with the win. So, hey, Alex, again, like you heard everything I had to say with Matt there, and just being a great race overall. Give us a little bit of your thoughts on how everything went tonight.
Yeah, I think NBG as a whole, me, Baker, Lee, we all ran pretty well the whole night. Dawson, we all ran really well. It was a really good race. It was a really good race. It's just, like you said earlier, cautions breed cautions. I wish we could have gone green after that one quick caution and had another pit stop to make, but I mean, you can't complain. It's really good racing.
Yeah, it was great racing, and plate track racing can be iffy, and compared to last weekend, this weekend is starting off with a fantastic showing with the green flag racing, and just guys showing a little bit of talent and skill. I don't know if it's just because last weekend was Talladega and this weekend's Daytona, but in any case, you guys did a fantastic job. And again, the same as we did with Matt, just give you a little bit of time to give any shout outs or thanks that you may have.
Yeah, thank you to everybody over at NBG. Like I said earlier, Baker, Lee, and Dawson, we ran a really good race. It was a really solid race, and thank you to everyone at Ghost Racing Network, NBG, like I said previously, Apex, and thank you to you guys for broadcasting, and Jeff and Malahan for putting this on.
Yeah, anytime. Again, we appreciate it here at CRN, and we'll go ahead and let you go celebrate with your friends and family, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night along with Dylan McDonald, and we'll be back up in the booth to broadcast tomorrow's doubleheader here in the, I believe it's in the Xfinity car. So looking forward to seeing you then.
Thank you.
Well, that's about it for us, John. These guys did a great job here tonight at Daytona. 45 laps in the trucks with the FEG PC putting on the show here. Jeff Scott and folks, they had a new, it sounds like they had a new guy controlling the race and calling the race for everybody. Did a fair job from what I heard from some of the drivers so far, but the biggest thing I want to do is give a shout out to all the fans out there that decided to take the time and join CRN. Give us a thumbs up and like, and we'll be back here again tomorrow night, like I said, for the doubleheader, and looking forward to it. So, John, do you have anything you'd like to pass on to the fans out there?
Oh, well, I just noticed Andrew hopped into the waiting room here. So,
did he? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. You got a copy on with Andrew?
Yeah.
Hey, there he is. Well, let me turn him up just a little bit so we can hear him on the broadcast. All right, we almost missed you there, Andrew. I didn't know if you were going to show or what. I know you're a busy fella, but you had a great finish tonight. You managed to move up 19 positions, and I know that at plate tracks it's not a huge disappointment to start in the rear sometimes, but overall I think the race was great, and to come away with a second place finish here with some of the competition and kind of putting yourself for the win, you were there. I didn't know if you were going to make it on that light fuel load that I think that you had at the end.
Yeah, I had I think I finished the race with 0.5 or something like that. So I was definitely calling it close. But in 20th, I got a speeding penalty, so I was just I had to risk it to win some money. So.
Hey, risk it for the biscuit, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, you walked away tonight for second, so you're in a little bit of money, kind of help with some buying some tracks and whatever you need, or put some drinks on your side table next to you while you're doing the races. Because if I'm not mistaken, I heard you're in the running for the Road to Pro series. So it's always good to talk to you drivers out here.
Thank you.
And before we let you get out of here and celebrate with your friends and family, you got any special thanks out there that you might have?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Martin Sports, Premier Racing Setups, Jason Maines for the hell of a push that he gave me there, 7 Seas Celebrity Cruises, and just everyone at Platinum Performance.
All right, Andrew, and again, all them sponsors, thank you out there, and again, us here at CRN, thank you as well, showing, getting to watch you here for 2 weeks in a row now, and probably are you going to be around tomorrow night as there's a double header here again at Daytona?
I'm gonna definitely try to make it, but we'll see.
All right, so there you go, here, folks. Andrew might be here tomorrow night, maybe not. Busy schedule, but again, congratulations, and hope to see you next week there, Andrew.
Thank you.
And that was Andrew Navarre, one of the gentlemen out there running for Road to Pro. A lot of gentlemen or ladies try to run for that series, and it's no easy feat, as you have to have a pretty high I rating. You have to be very consistent, pretty much have a clean record, and get yourself into running and run with the NASCAR boy, or excuse me, the iRacing boys, and run the series and get up there. So hopefully, Andrew is able to make it, and good luck to him in the future. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up here for us here at CRN. Again, we will be here tomorrow night again with a doubleheader with myself and Dylan McDonald. So, not much else to say, but I guess see you next race.
See you.